I think it's a natural progression for what we wanted to do, and to get all our family into one place. But I think the Flyers have taken Bristol by storm. There's no doubt about it. I think they've taken the league by storm as well, in many ways. But they've certainly taken the local sporting scene by storm. There's so many supporters of the Flyers now in business and in individuals, and the kids love it, of course. So it's a great part of Bristol sport, and an exciting part of it. And we want to take that to another level. So again, we need to keep challenging ourselves. So 500, 600 at the SGS Wise Arena has been fantastic. The atmosphere is brilliant. We now need to, as we develop our new centre here, is to take it so we sell 3,500 or whatever the capacity ends up at. Seats on a regular basis to support the basketball in Bristol, to generate revenue and to create better ability to bring in more players and create a better squads to compete at the top of that league. Yeah, I think I'd go back to the basics of Bristol sport. Participation is key. So whether you're participating in the sport itself physically, or you're watching, or you're sponsoring, or whatever it may be, whatever your involvement in it is, that's an important part of it. We've got to get ourselves in a situation where we are generating our own revenue on a regular basis in significant sums to keep getting better, to keep investing back into it. So I make no bones about it. With football, I've made it very clear. Yes, I'm supplementing it at the moment, same with rugby, but ultimately at the end of the day, every penny that the clubs make themselves goes back into rugby or back into football, same with the Flyers and everything else. So it self-generates, and therefore that will start to create that sustainability. And the more they can generate, the more crowds they can put in, the more sponsorships they can get, the more money they'll have to spend to become better, bigger and better and more successful. And then Bristol, won't be a backwater of sport like it was in the past. It will be at the forefront of sport like I think it is almost now. But we've still got a little way to go. I mean, we don't just kid ourselves. We've made an impression, but we've got to keep making that impression and we've got to bring the success here.
Sustainability, once again, sits at the heart of the development, and the crux of it is going to be that it will be multi-use, multi-event, so we can look forward to welcoming new sports like boxing.
I think the thing is that I go back to an old phrase of mine, which was, if sport supports the city and then the city supports sport, or the other way around, whichever way you come from. And I think what we're seeing now is that the city is supporting sport, because those businesses and those just individual families, they're coming to watch sport, and it's not necessarily. I'm sure there are families out there where you've got Bears supporters, you've got City supporters, and you've got Flyers supporters. They may all go to the same game, they may all go to different games, but they're interested in sport. And again, with the new centre that we're going to open up, that will give us the opportunity to bring in more sports into the family, and because it gives us more, we'll have the facilities to be able to host it and develop it. The training grounds, obviously, for rugby and football, are very important. All the facilities that we can start looking at how we can expand further out. That might be beyond my lifetime, to be perfectly honest, but that's what we're looking to do, is create an opportunity here that makes sport a central part of the city of Bristol.